Hello, I'd like to introduce you to Dream. Dream is a hardcover, single signature journal made from a repurposed blank journal. I've added inking and a bit of gesso to tone down the brightness of the cover. It's very shiny and bright. Too shiny and bright. Got a vintage button on the spine here and some more on the dangle part. Brooch that I used to create a focal point on the front here. Some fabric, some bling, some lace, and a fussy cut bird from a vintage bird book. This one has, let's see, vintage vibe, cottage core, nature lover, and it's eclectic. So it kind of has a bit of everything that you would find in a nature journal and in cottage core and vintage vibe. She has on the inside some fabric here to strengthen the spine, and I put some of the, I guess you call the first pages of the blank journal where roses. I put one on the front and in the back, and there is an original paper from the book right here. On the inside cover, I've got a little pocket here, the journaling booklet made from a tally card, and there's a pocket here and journaling space here and here as well. And as usual, my journal cards tend to be blank on the back. Vintage button there, and a little pocket here made with doily and backed with some tea-dyed coffee filter. Little tag here made with some watercolor they did, and a little tag here, some stamping on it, a little yo-yo with a mother pearl button, some stamping. This is from a address book. It's been tea-dyed, some tea-dyed paper that I also did some stenciling on with a plastic stencil that my daughter gave me. A fussy cut butterfly, some stamping. This is from I think it was an embroidery book. It was a piece of, oh, there goes Deja. If you heard a motor sound in the background, that was her purring. And that's, yeah, made from, lost my place there in my thought. Ledger paper. Right, that was from the outer cover of it. That's why it's blank on the back, so it's perfect for a little journal card. And this paper here is from a bird book, a vintage bird book. Nice and sturdy paper, and I had fun doing watercolors on it. Some more fussy cut from books. Another fussy cut butterfly. And this was, I think it's a vintage Hallmark card. It's a kind that opens all the way up. You can journal on it. It's been tea-dyed. Yeah, it's a Canadian one. And some vintage lace here. This is from a vintage book from the 60s. Some vintage trim there with a fussy cut butterfly. Little pocket here with stamping on either side. And my latest trip to the thrift store, I found a bunch of these cards, so I cut this down and tea-dyed it around the edges, and now it's a perfect little journal card. Put a tab on it as well. This is from a book, and so is this. And I added some lace on there, journaling spot on the back, and some stamping. This is from a Rose book. Little tag here, ledger paper, Rolodex card, and a full wax seal that I made and put onto a hidden paper clip that I did some watercolors on. And that's on this, which is paper that I copy dyed using stencil, and a little vintage button there, some lace and some fabric, a little oval shaped journal card, some coffee dyed, and this has been dyed with onion skins. It really gives it an old look. And that's a fussy cut butterfly with some lace there, some stamping. Got some new stamps on my last trip too, so that was fun to use them. New to me anyways. And a little booklet made from vintage playing card, and I added some, what did I put on there? Some tea bag, yeah, to give it an old look and give it some texture, and then just sewed some cloth on there too. And this is from a magazine. A little tag, fussy cut butterfly from the book, and some vintage lace. A little booklet here made from a piece of, I think that was from an adult coloring book. And some tea dye paper in there, and this is on, looks like handmade paper. And a couple of receipts in there for interest, and you can write on the backs of them. Postcard from Reader's Digest. I thought it went lovely on this page because the colors. A little die cut there. Lots of writing space in this one. And this is from a vintage bird book. I thought this page went nice with the blueberry dyed paper in the background. A little journal card made from some scrapbook paper and some scraps of whatnot. Vintage lace and a fussy cut butterfly. Oh, it's what a sweet little bird. And there's just a bit of gauzy stuff there and some stamping and a blank card for journaling. I think that's a flycatcher, and they are so friendly. Sometimes when I'm sitting outside, one will land in a branch nearby, and they have a cute little whistle they do. And that's some paper for journaling on. This paper here, I think, was onion dyed as well. Made a journal card out of a greeting card. More journaling space there. Little tag there. This is from a greeting card that had different flowers on it. Some paper there for journaling on, and a hidden paper clip with a button and some fabric on it, and that I also did some watercolor on. And on this side I put a little bird from a calendar. Here's a little vintage, I think it's vintage. It's little flashcards. 7's my favorite number, so that's why I put that one in there. 1 + 6 is 7. A little bit of papers there for journaling on. More Rose book picture. And some stationery, some tea dyed for writing on. It's folded up a bit. And there's another hidden paper clip. Some stamping, a little mini tag there, and a little envelope that I sewed using cereal bag, and I just put in some cards and a trivia card and there. And there's some more paper from this original to the blank journal that this was. It was an unused blank journal. There's some tea dyed stationery here. And this little card, had fun making this. It's one of my little tags that I cut out, and then added these 3. You can journal on the front and the back. And you can also journal, of course, on that. here we've got journaling. You can space here and on here. This is made from a greeting card. And then you can also journal here, here on this tag, and this little cloth pocket. It's got 2 tags in there that have journaling space on both sides of them. I made a journal card out of vintage paper, and then I made a point of having some blank part on the back and on the front here for some journaling space. And a little tag in there that I made using decoupage napkin, and some old buttons on here. There's a vintage paper clip there that helps to hold this little snippet or little booklet of scraps for journaling or taking apart. And here's a little journal card in that spot there. Some more fussy cut from a embroidery book, and this is from a bird book, vintage bird book. And here's a little tuck spot here, some journaling space that's dyed with that onion skin dye, lovely warm color. And there is a sticker that I got for Christmas. Thought it went nice with this page. I keep forgetting I have them. Oh, I love this little stamp. It's about a friend. A person bound to another by affection, esteem, and intimacy. 2, a sympathizer, helper, a supporter of a cause. 3, an ally. Little journal card. This is a fussy cut from a cutesy book that I have. And little vintage Bible verse. It's from a little mini box from Moody Press. Looks like it's probably older than me. There's a tag here made from a greeting card, and a journal card here made from some paper that I repurposed. Here's a little journaling spot there too. Guess I can put that there. And then a little verse from a little daily bread box. Oh, I think she's cute. Cutesy cutesy. So I forgot to measure it, but because you can see she's not a biggie. She is 5 inches the most wide and 7, not even 7 1/4 tall. You can see there's 1 signature on the spine. The spine is less than an inch, so she's about just over 3/4 of an inch, and she's hardcover. And these here, this whole thing on the front, I used brads to put it through, and then the brads are covered by this paper that I put on it. Yeah, cutesy wootsy. I don't know what's happening in your garden where you are, whether you have snow or whether you have lots of flowers. We've had rain galore, but my crocuses are all blooming. The snowdrops are still blooming, and I'm thinking probably in about another week or 2 our earliest magnolia is going to be blooming. Oh, she's a lovely one. Very big old tree, not the kind of tree you would have in a modern garden, because this garden is quite big. Thank goodness I've got help from family members, because oh my goodness, yeah, this garden's getting a little big for me. But it's lovely to be able to go sit outside and bird watch without even having to go in a car first. Take care. I hope this inspired you, and I hope that you're taking care of yourself. I've been really taking care of myself lately, and so now my energy is back, and oh, I can't wait to work on the next journal. In the meantime, dream nice dreams. Believe that if you put a little bit of time into something, a little bit each day, that you'll complete things. It doesn't have to be all at once. That's what I'm finding. Bye.